This player is changing the narrative surrounding NBA stars. When Shaquille O'Neal openly told Nikola Jokic he didn't deserve the MVP, this is what we often see in the best player of the 2023-2024 season: humble, calm, and neglecting everything. Nikola Jokic is a quite different superstar from other ones. Just looking back on the season 2022-2023 when Nikola and his team Denver Nugget won the NBA Finals. Winning an NBA title is an incredibly emotional moment, especially after years of relentless pursuit. Reflecting on recent years, we saw Steph Curry and Giannis Antetokounmpo overcome with emotion, tears welling up as the final seconds ticked away before their crowning moments. However, the impact of such a monumental achievement varies for each individual. Every player's journey is unique, and so are their reactions in those precious, unforgettable moments. When Game 5 of that year's finals concluded, the emotion on the Nuggets bench was palpable. Jamal Murray, overwhelmed by the moment, pulled his jersey over his face, tears streaming down. Bruce Brown, another crucial player in their championship journey, buried his face in his hands, attempting to conceal his overflowing emotions. Amidst the emotional storm, Nikola Jokic stood out with his composed demeanor. Instead of reveling in the victory, he immediately walked over to the Miami Heat's bench, and ensuring he acknowledged every Heat player. His calmness was striking, almost as if he hadn't just led his team to an NBA title with a record-setting performance. For clarity, Jokic's postseason was legendary. He averaged a staggering 30 points, 13.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, and 1.1 steals per game. Ivica Zubac aptly described these as video game numbers in a recent interview. Despite his phenomenal achievements, Jokic consistently downplayed his stats. Every time reporters highlighted another broken record, he would simply shrug, insisting that the numbers didn't matter to him. So, his reaction after clinching the NBA title wasn't entirely unexpected. Jokic remained calm, composed, and almost indifferent, as if he had just wrapped up another day at work. When ESPN's Lisa Salters interviewed him right after the game, asking how he felt about winning the championship, his response was strikingly matter-of-fact. It's good, the job is done, now we can go home." For a long time, players like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were hailed as the quintessential leaders. These icons embodied an obsession with winning, believing the only path to the top was through relentless dedication and often tyrannical leadership. To them, anything short of victory was a failure not even worth mentioning. Kobe's Mamba mentality became so overused that it sometimes led to absurd behaviors, like taking illogical shots just because you only miss the shots you don't take. This extreme mindset suggested that success could only come from relying solely on oneself and never trusting others. In stark contrast, Nikola Jokic has always distanced himself from this obsessive pursuit of absolute greatness. Since entering the league, the Serbian star has worked tirelessly to reach the top. He transformed his athletic condition, becoming one of the league's best passers, steadily growing into one of its top players and securing 2 consecutive MVP titles. Jokic's journey to the pinnacle has been marked by dedication and improvement, but without the extreme self-centered mentality of his predecessors. Meanwhile, Jokic frequently downplayed his interest in individual accolades and the records he shattered, considering them insignificant. Think back to The Last Dance, the documentary about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, where Jordan used the slight of not winning the MVP award as fuel to dominate his opponents. Jokic, however, has always embraced a completely different mindset. He remains positive and supportive, even in the face of heartbreaking defeats. His focus is unwaveringly on uplifting his teammates and maintaining a healthy, encouraging atmosphere. Jokic isn't the player who gives rousing locker room speeches. He often lets veterans like DeAndre Jordan take the lead in being the vocal presence. While winning mattered to him, the Serbian big man frequently reminded reporters that basketball is just a job. To Jokic, his family, his country, and his horses hold equal, if not greater, importance in his life. His humble and unassuming nature has remained unchanged, even after signing a massive contract extension with the Nuggets, set to earn him over $260 million starting next season. Nikola even tonight acts like this was just another game. Despite all the success, he stayed the same, and he always will. That's just who he is, said Michael Malone, the Denver Nuggets head coach, reflecting on Jokic's demeanor after their championship win. As Jokic transforms the game on the court, proving that big men can lead a team to a championship, he's also redefining the narrative around the league's top players, showing there's more than one way to be a leader. If we draw comparisons with past champions, Jokic's demeanor and attitude mirror those of Tim Duncan, the former San Antonio Spurs star. Both have always been reserved and media shy, surrounding themselves with family and a few trusted friends, keeping their distance from the glitzy side of the NBA. Nikola Jokic's true greatness shines not only on the court, but also off it. He has altered the prevailing rhetoric by staying true to himself, unswayed by external pressures. His authenticity is his strength. The hope now is that the title he just secured marks the dawn of the Jokic era, leading many to recognize that success in the NBA comes in many forms. Jokic's journey illustrates that there isn't a single path to greatness, and his legacy will inspire future generations to embrace their own unique paths. In today's world, where social media reigns supreme, Athletes have discovered a powerful tool to amplify their brand and enhance their commercial appeal. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok enable them to cultivate enormous followings, increasing their visibility and personal brand strength, thereby maximizing sponsorship opportunities. This digital prowess can translate into substantial financial gains, augmenting the already hefty salaries many athletes enjoy, especially in the NBA. But then, there's Nikola Jokic, the Serbian sensation, who recently steered the Denver Nuggets to their first championship, remains an enigma in this social media age. When questioned about his absence from social media, Jokic simply shrugged it off, calling it a waste of time, a stark contrast to his peers. Consider LeBron James, an outlier due to his unparalleled longevity and status, or Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, who have harnessed the power of social media to build vast followings. These platforms offer them lucrative sponsorship deals, complementing their on-court brilliance. Yet Jokic, often mentioned in the same breath as these stars for his basketball prowess, remains indifferent to the digital limelight. At 29, Jokic's demeanor echoes that of San Antonio Spurs legend Tim Duncan, who was often labeled boring due to his singular focus on the game and aversion to marketing himself. Duncan's on-court feats were nothing short of spectacular, placing him alongside Kobe Bryant as one of the era's greats. Yet Bryant and others like him were seen as more commercially viable, their personalities and presence shining beyond the hardwood. Duncan's playing style was described as mechanical and robotic, devoid of the flash and flair that captivated fans. Despite outplaying many of his contemporaries, Duncan never achieved the same marketability. Similarly, today's NBA sees European stars like Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka Doncic basking in the spotlight, while Jokic, with a resume rivaling Antetokounmpo's, remains understated. Media coverage reflects this disparity. Stars like Joel Embiid often overshadow Jokic, despite the latter's impressive accomplishments. During a fiercely contested MVP race, Embiid vocalized his case, while Jokic stayed silent, his defensive skills scrutinized. Embiid clinched the MVP title only for his team, the Philadelphia 76ers, to fall in the second playoff round. Meanwhile, Jokic led the Nuggets to victory, finally earning widespread media praise. This sudden shift in admiration hints at a deeper issue. Many NBA media members seemingly overlook Jokic, preferring to highlight players like Embiid and Antetokounmpo on major networks like ESPN. Denver, not a major NBA market, doesn't attract widespread attention, contributing to the narrative that Jokic is underrated despite his extraordinary success. Jokic's playing style is a marvel, a unicorn blend of sheer physicality and exceptional passing talent, rare for his position. This uniqueness extends beyond the court. A video released post-championship humorously yet admiringly showcased Jokic's straightforward personality and basketball genius. In a world where athletes strive for visibility, Jokic prefers to fade into the background, a rarity given his exceptional talent. Basketball aficionados will always hold Jokic in high esteem, but casual fans might never rank him atop the hierarchy, much like Duncan. Despite his staggering success, Jokic's reluctance to embrace social media means missing out on potential sponsorship deals. However, this disinterest might present a unique marketing opportunity, celebrating Jokic's distinctive personality in a way that resonates with authenticity. Whether brands will seize this opportunity remains to be seen. Jokic himself, likely indifferent, might never notice.